welcome Northbridge here today for a very special occasion. There's a little bit of water has gone under the bridge since 1980 when Coach took over the Weston program. Are there any of the wrestlers on the team that were around in 1980? And Coach has just had a marvelous career here, and I remember when he took over the program, Weston, if we were not the doormats of the DCL, we were pretty close to it. And through his consistent hard work, the Weston Wrestling program has risen up not only locally within the DCL with a number of titles, but also on the sectional level and on the state level. And we've had wrestlers go on from here. Hannah Manel left Weston High School and became an All-American at Miami of Ohio. And I think the real tribute to a program is A, what the boys do when they're here, but so many of Dave's wrestlers have gone on and done great things in life. And I think the Weston Wrestling program is a prime example of classrooms without walls. There's a lot of tremendous lessons that have taken place in here, 4Ds, but the most important thing, in addition to taking it to the mat, these young men have gone on and taken it out there in the real world, and so many of them have made a difference. At this time, I'd like to have the three captains make a small presentation to Mr. Baldanza. We've got Luke Aaron, Sean Toy, and Ben Ray. In addition to providing us with two outstanding young wrestlers, Tony and Mike, thank you for sharing Dave with us so many long weekends, nights, evenings, Saturday afternoons since 1980. And at this time, John Gibbons is going to come up and say a few words.
Thanks, Coach. I've had the honor to work with Dave as a colleague, as a teacher, and as a coach, and now as the middle school principal, so I have a nice perspective. And I know one thing he'd be saying to me right now is, keep it brief. So I'll try. Dave's been one of the most, if not the most, selfless teachers and coaches I've ever known. It has always been and continues to be about the kids, the students, the young men and women who have been in his classes or on his teams, and we all know that. Never an ounce of self-recognition or limelight. Today, as small as our gesture of appreciation is, it's not a comfortable thing for him to accept, but we do it to let him know just how much we appreciate his work for over 30 years dedicated to the student athletes of Weston. Coach Baldanza has tapped a God-given gift to connect over and over with all types of students and athletes, an exceptional gift to reach students who have especially demonstrated, at times, uniqueness, and has found individualized ways to motivate and inspire. In a recent interview, former college football coach Lou Holtz explained that he did not understand why so many people measure success with wealth and material items. He went on to explain that to him, the richest individuals were those who had a significant impact and profound effect on the lives of others. That was why he coached, and to me, it is parallel to what I believe to be true about Coach Baldanza. He has had a significant impact and profound effect on so many student athletes over the past 30 years. To do so with the class and humility he has is an incredible feat and a model for all faculty and coaches everywhere. On behalf of your colleagues from the middle school faculty, I'm honored to pay tribute to you today, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you very much. much, John. Part of the reason we were able to kind of keep this, as the kids would say, on the down low is all the middle school people were texting. And I know Coach Baldanza is very good at email, but I don't think he's figured out texting. Thank you very much, Tuna. That was longer than your acceptance speech into the Wayland Hall of Fame. Great job. At this time, we would like to unveil a banner that is, at the present time, just temporary. This has been given to recognize Dave by the Weston Boosters. There's also going to be an American flag, again, trying to dress up the facility a little bit. And Ricky, will you do the honors?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Still up in the Mass Hall of Fame. You're in, but we're hoping to add a few more individual sectional and state champions, and we know that doesn't really reflect the one-loss record. But once this season has come and gone, that will be finalized, and we'll put it up. So, Dave, thank you for first of all, being a great friend, a super colleague, a coaching buddy. Dave and I coached the greatest freshman football team in Western history. We lost the first game, and it was 55-0. He was showing wrestling moves, and we actually got a little better when it started raining. The guys could swing up and down the field. But Dave, it's been such a pleasure to work with you. And again, the real mark of a coach is not necessarily what is up there, which is pretty darn impressive, but what your guys have done once they've left this program. So Dave, on behalf of the Weston Public Schools, thank you for all you've done.
The only thing I have to say is, as you can see, I dress for the occasion. As a matter of fact, I'm dressed up, as a matter of fact. It's like you said, I got all gray on, which is my usual color. Right? But I want to thank you for everything. I didn't expect, I came in today and they were doing something, because I set the chairs up, they were doing something. I said, what's going on? And Dave McGeehan said, you can't go in there. You have to get out. He kept on taking me out, and I said, I still have to do stuff here. He said, you can't. He said, you're like a little boy. You can't pull the thing down. I said, I won't. But I said, thank you for everything. It's been a good 30, plus years. I've enjoyed it, and like I always say, that I'm as good as my assistant coaches. And Kevin. The honest truth is that Kevin wasn't here, we wouldn't have that many wins. There's no question about it. He's, I can talk to the kids. Kevin goes out there and shows them what to do most of the time, right? So, a big part of us winning is Kevin. So, I'm leaving, he's leaving. I know that one of our coaches, Chucky Grant, who wrestled for me, was a New England champion. He's not here today because he went to the Super Bowl. And, he's not back yet. I talked to him on Saturday. He said, I'm still talking wrestling. There's a guy he was talking to whose son wrestles in New York. He said, well, I'm sitting in a hot tub doing it down in Arizona. So I said, it's fine. But I want to thank everybody for coming. And one thing about Northridge is that I'm glad they're here because I live up to it. So you can see what happens. But let's get wrestling. Start wrestling. I think we need to start wrestling.